What is up, everybody? Crustless Crypto here, back in the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be giving away $150 worth of EGLD once I hit 2,500 subscribers, so make sure you guys support the channel. I do have a website, crustlesscrypto.com. It is your one-stop shop for all things crypto. Make sure you guys bookmark it, check it out if you want. And I do have a Twitter at crustlesscrypto. Links are in the description down below. So in this video, guys, we have a lot to cover here. I'm going to be talking about the Elrond price as well as MEX price. Then we're going to be talking about all the latest Maiar DEX updates that came from the town hall yesterday, the changes to incentives that I discussed briefly in my last video. I'll put the card up here above me. We're also going to be talking about some new farming strategies that people in the space have because the Denver strategy is pretty much made null due to the new changes that we're going to be talking about. Then lastly, we're going to be discussing some Maiar DEX, transaction per second / speed concerns that people have been having in the space and things that they've noticed personally with the Maiar DEX while using it. So with that said, guys, the timestamps for everything will be in the comment section and description. Let's get right to it. All right, guys, so starting out with the price first, Elrond sitting at $362. Again, it is trading sideways. I mean, compared to yesterday here, still sitting around that $360, $370 mark. A lot of people have speculations about why the price has not returned to previous all-time highs. We're going to get into that in a second here. But for me, in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. My opinion is that right now is in a good accumulation phase. $362 is a steal. I mean, it's been trading sideways, guys. It can either go up or down. But for me personally, I'm a long-term holder when it comes to Elrond. And I'm not worried with the project at all. I say it every single time in my videos. If you guys are really behind a project and you guys really support what they do and the technology that's offered, you guys won't be worried about the price not going up 10x overnight. So it's important to zoom out and look at the big picture. Now this is coming from blockchain Bray 2, but a brutal reversal on the chart. A couple of things come to mind: yield locus fleeing after the reward / APR change to the liquidity pools, and additional selling / rebalancing of current owners due to APR changes to the pools. Fed retracement levels, 1 hour chart. So if you can see here, right, so he's stating here that yes, a lot of people are not excited with the new updates that have came out from the Elrond network team. Now we're going to get into it in a second here, but it's important and imperative for us to understand that they were necessary. A lot of people are leaving the blockchain, right, leaving the project, but let them leave because they're not the kind of people we want anyway. What we want is long-term investors and people who really are not just chasing dollar signs, but they're chasing real value and real innovation when it comes to blockchain technology. With that said, guys, we're going to be looking right into it here. Benjamin Miku had came out with this. Today, the Maiar DEX is going to the next level. The first Maiar improvement proposal with an upgraded economics model is going live 2030 UTC. So I'm speaking past tense here, but it's already live, right? The RIDE token is preparing for listing next week, and here are the most important things to know. So as we can see from the illustration here, Maiar Exchange MEX rewards is a 1x APR, and then locked MEX rewards is 12x to 15x APR. So this is what they call the MEX improvement proposal, and it's significantly higher locked MEX reward. So scrolling down here, the context for today's Maiar improvement proposal shared in Elrond Town Hall, and the full economics model upgrade here. So we're going to be looking at that economics model in just a second. Scrolling down here, the Maiar DEX has reached a remarkable point. With the launch, we have achieved unparalleled bootstrapping, both in scale and speed of growth. The next step will focus on ensuring long-term alignment and sustained growth. So how do we ensure long-term alignment and sustained growth? 2 ways: reward caps and differentiated pools. That is, capped rewards for mercenary capital and unlocked rewards, and disproportionately higher rewards for long-term contributors and blocked rewards. So what he means by this, right, when he says mercenary capital, he's talking about people who are just here to farm MEX and to swap into EGLD and to cash out. We're talking about people who are here for the short-term traders, people who are just trying to flip cash, right? Do not have any care for the Maiar DEX at all, or the blockchain, or the project. And I could see that happening because the MEX rewards, without it being locked, was still pretty nice. I mean, some people, if you put in around 30, 40K, you could be making, $200-$300 in unlocked MEX alone a day and just swapping in for EGLD. A lot of people were implementing the Denver strategy. I did dabble in it a little bit, didn't get to do it as long as others. But as we can see here, they want to focus and incentivize people who are here for the long term. So they're completely overhauling it, and I completely agree with that. I think is a great direction that they're taking this. And let's read on here. So in regards to last, sounds great. So what does this mean in practice? In practice, rewards will be distributed to around 95% versus 5% between locked versus unlocked pools, evolving over time while maintaining the spirit of the principle, a powerful force for constant recalibration and realignment. More specifically, rewards between locked versus unlocked rewards will start as follows. As we can see here, guys, the EGLD / MEX farm is going to be 94.01% versus 5 5.99%. The ratio for the EGLD USDC farm will be 94.02% versus the 5.98%. And lastly, the MEX farm, which is 89.74 versus 10.26%. So what that means, guys, everything in the first kind of column there, right? The higher percentage is going to be rewarded to locked MEX. People who are farming for locked MEX, that is going to be your yields compared to the super abysmally low, yields as you guys can see in the right column for just unlocked MEX. In line with the above, the distribution of rewards between farms is recalibrated to better align incentives for the three pools we currently have. And these three pools right now, right, is the EGLD MEX farm, the EGLD USDC farm, and then lastly, the MEX farm. Most important element to understand is that the locked MEX is the first-class citizen of the Maiar DEX. Everything within the MEX ecosystem will be tied to locked MEX, and its utility will rely on fees via swaps, many new pools listed, many new farms listed, fees burned, and lastly, new features. So real quick caveat to this, guys. It's important that they want to, incentivize long-term investors. That is the main priority. So what they're doing now is changing their economic model where people who are going for that locked MEX and who hold locked MEX are treated as first-class citizens of the Maiar decentralized exchange. They value somebody who farms locked MEX far more than somebody who's just in it for MEX and wanting to cash out. So again, the entire first version of the model can be found here. We'll get into that in a second. This is just a first step refinement. A second wave of refinements will follow, shifting the focus of the Maiar DEX from the short term to the exciting years of growth to come. So he says, how does one choose to opt in? Everyone deciding to will be required to withdraw deposits made in the farm before this change goes live, and deposit again with locked rewards to be eligible for new rewards. The 1% penalty is waived until the 4th of December around 14:30 UTC. He did put a correction to this, so we're going to follow this up in a second. Now, coming to the next important point, the ride listing on the Maiar DEX. On Tuesday, the 7th of December, the first listing will go live on the Maiar DEX. It will be the ride token from Holoride. So if you guys wanted to know that ride listing, here it is. Listing plan for Tuesday is as follows: 1300 UTC, deposit EGLD ride liquidity, and stake the LP tokens. They're going to be looking at right now for people who already have ride tokens. You're going to be providing that liquidity pool, EGLD ride pair. That's going to be the initial pair's EGLD ride. And then at 1600, these swaps and rewards will go live. So it's all going to be happening the same day with 3 hours in between. So it's important that you guys get your money ready and get your EGLD ready to start providing liquidity and earning awesome rewards. This is extremely important as well. He says a special locked MEX farm with ride rewards will be available, giving opportunity for getting ride tokens with adding powerful utility to the locked MEX. So now they're increasing this kind of the bigger picture here. What they're going to be doing now is if you have locked MEX, you can actually stake that and farm ride tokens. So that's probably going to be the only two ways of you getting ride tokens, is either swapping it for EGLD or using locked MEX to farm it, which is pretty nice. I mean, that's free tokens from just holding locked MEX. The Maiar DEX has come a long way. To create something unique and powerful, which exceeds all previous growth metrics, we will have to venture beyond the chartered paths. It will be quite hard and intense at times, but it will make all the difference in the end. The Maiar DEX will change everything, and this will be another major step forward. It's still super early, and be part of the journey. Super powerful stuff here. Again, down here, correction to number 10, he does say, how does one choose to opt in? Everyone deciding to will be required to exit the farm after the change is live and deposit again to be eligible for new rewards. And once the update is live, the 1% penalty is waived. So I will get into that. I'll show you guys the Maiar DEX and kind of just navigate it through it briefly. So guys, here it is, the MEX Distribution and Tokenomics version 2. I will not take your time too much with this, but I wanted to display it for you guys. It might be a little hard to see, so I'll provide everything that I talk about in this video, the links in the description down below. What's the most important thing to see here, guys, is when you look at the DEX launch, right, what happened on the 20th, the MEX block rewards, it's going to exponentially decrease until week 9 to 52, where only 1 million MEX will be available as rewards. So the first 8 weeks is the most important time to accumulate as much MEX as possible. Now, moving into the present here, this is what he had tweeted. The new MEX Economics are live. The changes do not apply automatically to existing farm positions. To farm new locked MEX rewards, be sure to exit the farms first, then enter farms again. 1% withdrawal penalty is waived for 48 hours. The reason why I wanted to talk about this here, guys, because it's important. For those who are already staking and farming locked MEX, you guys still need to withdraw and restake your liquidity pool tokens. So let's actually look at it right now. So after you log into your Maiar exchange, it's going to provide this warning, kind of this cautionary thing. Increased lock rewards proposal is live. locked MEX rewards are now significantly higher. So this is the main, takeaways from this. New higher APR is applied only to new deposits made after the 1st of December. Old lower APR is still applied to farm positions deposited before December 1st, and unstake your liquidity pool tokens with locked MEX rewards from all farms and redeposit them to access the new rewards. And again, there's no withdrawal penalty, that 1% penalty, until the 4th of December, so the next roughly 48 hours. Make sure you guys are unstaking, withdrawing your liquidity pool tokens. You don't have to split them up, but you have to withdraw them and then restake them in order to actually get the maximum amount of gains. So some new features that came to the Maiar DEX with this update. So as you guys can see here, right, they do provide the link to Benjamin Miku's tweet I just covered here. Read more about the APR changes. Now they do provide a new cautionary kind of symbol, no penalty for withdrawing from the farms. Of course, we've already said this, to facilitate the shift to the new rewards model. Total locked around $2.05 billion, and MEX is sitting at 0.0086441. Market cap sitting, cleanly around 1.975 billion. As you guys can see here, APR has changed significantly. So as you guys can see here as well, these locked rewards are annotated with this gold lock symbol. Now I am farming locked MEX for both. I'm just going ham. I'm going ham because I'm going to take advantage of these rewards while I still can. And as you guys can see here, it will not last forever. The next 6 weeks is crucial for you guys to farm as much MEX rewards as you guys can. And it's important to understand that now they want to incentivize long-term holders, and this low APRs for people who are trying to what they call mercenary capital and have no interest. And it's still a decent APR. Obviously, it's not going to be as much as locking MEX tokens. But, if you guys are still in here wanting to flip cash, I mean, that's something that you could decide to do. So with that said, we're going to actually look at some strategies that people are doing right now. So Wesley Crest here states his plan is to compound the locked MEX 2x on all bases, which I've been doing. Never got the chance to do Denver. Opted to shift to 2x and take all locked MEX rewards and harvest into the MEX only pool and elect 2x. We'll buy more EGLD to combine with some locked MEX to redeposit to the EGLD MEX pool. So that is his strategy, pretty straightforward. Compound that locked MEX on all bases, go full locked MEX, farming, and then taking those rewards and then staking them to harvest even more MEX. Johnny got him. His strat is, I'm here to say I'm going full tilt. Again, he also says EGLD locked MEX to farm the locked MEX. Spillover goes into the MEX pool. Locked MEX makes more locked MEX. So pretty simple, same thing here. Or you can buy more EGLD to pair with locked MEX. And let's drain those exchanges while we're at it. So yeah, pretty similar strats, going in and just taking full advantage of those rewards. One of my subscribers have also mentioned the comments down below in my last video. I kind of like this one. The town hall meeting changed the game for the Ride LP. Since the LP is going to be Ride locked MEX and rewards are going to be in Ride, I readjusted my farms to 75% locked MEX and 25% MEX. All of my harvested locked MEX is going to be stored in the staking pool until the Ride release, while only compounding my MEX earnings. Need to save EGLD to buy Ride, since that will be the only available swap pair. So just wanted to shout you out, Christopher Luna. I like it. You're doing something a little different from others, and that is okay. And guys, understand, right? The process of bootstrapping is giving away their DEX. People forget that we are in the beginning of only week 2 of 8 of their distributing ownership. They want to give it away to long-term visionaries, not short-term flippers. Great, that's their demographics, it's their gift. So please take that in consideration. Don't be entitled, don't feel privileged. Guys, they're doing this to reward people for supporting the project and supporting the vision and what they foresee happening with cryptocurrency, and to me that's super powerful. They're not in it just to flip cash, but they're in it to actually make a movement and to instill mass adoption. Again, I even say this in my post, incentivize long-term holding and not pump and dump. So again, that is very crucial for you guys to understand. Now guys, there were some concerns about the Maiar DEX, and as you guys can see from the graphic here, coming from Blockchain Bri, he states, here's the deal though, I want to be a believer and long-term player here, but it appears that their network could not handle the transaction per second, and they're supposed to theoretically do 100,000 transactions per second. That's the main gripe in my opinion. Makes me second guess the validity of it. So thoughts. And then Wesley Crest did have a good inject here. He states, your assessment is not accurate. The blockchain handled all the TPS just fine. It was the other layers, such as the API, that had the issue. So do you want to know how you can tell if it's the blockchain or other layers? look at the gas. I'm pretty sure I'm translating that right. People are claiming, you know, not just him, others are speculating that the Maiar DEX is super slow, and you know, what is up when it's supposed to be super fast transaction speeds and all that stuff. You also have individual here, you know, kind of gives his reasoning for it. The DEX is currently running on one shard only. They're working on the V2, which is running on a multi-shard, and as Sever said, so Sever is one of the people, you know, part of the Elrond project. It will be deployed soon, but they need to properly test it. He also states that keep in mind that the tech is pretty new and has not been used on other chains. It's new territory, and once it's live and if it works well, it will be indeed groundbreaking. So again, have faith in the project, have faith in the Maiar DEX. They're working on making it better each and every day, and you may not see that, you know, but I know for a fact that they are. So lastly, guys, you know, just for some food for thought here, just coming from Rampant Saw, Elrond is one of the most exciting projects that no major influencer is talking about. The Maiar DEX and MEX Tokenomics will be incredible as we see tokens being added over coming weeks and months. Check out Wesley Crest for detailed info, like and retweet massive. So like I've said, the Maiar DEX has a lot of room to grow. Please trust the process and do not look at the small beans and rice. Look at the full buffet. And in my opinion, I have no worries or gripes or complaints about what is happening right now. Understand, guys, that the team is working hard on the Maiar DEX and the Elrond network. I mean, for Mary Wallace, she states here, for the naysayers, there will be bumps, but there's always the focus on where we are going and who is leading us. We have a team that could run the Pentagon, whose dedication is unrivaled. Both Sever MM and Benjamin Minku replied to my DMs after 2 a.m. Romanian time. They're up with our team, ensuring a smooth transition into a reward system changed for our benefit. Witnessing that sort of dedication has me all in on the Elrond network. Even Wesley Crest was up late reassuring folks. We need to come together. We are stronger that way. Think long term. And I fully agree with this. I mean, guys, they were up at 4 in the morning when the Maiar exchange update went on, the upgrade. Here he stated at 4 a.m. here in a call with the team, we've basically discovered 2 bugs with this new MEX upgrade, introducing several transaction sorting issues. New solutions has been rolled out and bugs should be fixed now. No more processing to resume in 15 to 20 minutes max. Time to roll. So this is a team that cares about the community and cares about their technology. So guys, do not take that for granted, and please appreciate them, because I know I do 100%. So let me know what you guys think of the updates and this video. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, it might be controversial for some people. They have a problem with the new, you know, they state that there's no governance in it, that people had no really of a say of how they distributed the rewards. Look, guys, it's all for a reason. Trust the process. I appreciate you guys for watching my video. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Have a good one.